want to be based out of Bandung for Southeast Asia. But for us to travel to Singapore, to Malaysia, to Taiwan, from Bandung is very difficult. We have to travel to Kanamata, and you know the issues with that. So if we could have better connectivity out of Bandung, I'm sure.
You have my email. We are expanding the airport terminal. Hopefully, the end of the year, much better. If I travel the world, I usually just travel to Singapore, then to the world, instead to Jakarta. To Jakarta, I have to spare 3 hours on the ground, 2 hour check-ins, 5 hours spent. In Bandung, I can wait half an hour before takeoff, for example, yeah. So we are fixing this. So hopefully better connection. So Belgium to Singapore, Singapore to Bandung. I think we have 3 flights a day. Singapore, Bandung.
And the train backbone is also part of your connectivity plan?
I'm planning to have a joint agreement with Pak Ahok, the governor of Jakarta, to have a high-speed train. In Japan you call it Shinkansen, and in the country you call it different name, but basically it's high-speed train. 300 kilometers per hour. So Bandung Jakarta only half an hour, 30 minutes. If that happens sometimes in the future, combined with our monorail cable car system here, combined with better connectivity, something I'm imagining in the 5 years, I think the city will be great, because but Bandung will be focusing on the creative economy. So we are groundbreaking the 1,000 hectares in the east of Bandung as the Silicon Valley of Indonesia. So we want to have a company like you that use Bandung as a gateway, as a gateway for Indonesian business. Next month I'm signing the deal with American companies, aerospace company, for 100 million euros. I asked them, why you choose Bandung? They said, very simple, which I'm very optimistic, because you have a very good world-class engineers living in Bandung, affordable living, so makes sense. So I'm pursuing this, and I'm preparing 1,000 hectares as a futuristic city. So this is also opportunity, because I designed the city from scratch. And President will do the groundbreaking this afternoon. So this all plans happening in this city.
Where would that be?
The Gede Baga.
So besides the sort of human connectivity, besides the transportation, I would imagine you have a number of other network services, water, electricity, broadband, smart grid. Are those also part of the development project beyond?
Basically, I need everything to service the current population of 2.5 million, with the estimated optimum population, which is 4 million in the next 10 to 20 years. So I'm upgrading the slum area into high density, high rise everywhere. Will be also launched this semester. When that happens, the needs for water, which we can serve only 60% now, better electricity, looking for sustainable energy from whatever, from movement, from heat, sun. Wind is a bit not compatible, not big wind. So basically, we need anything to make our city sustainable, livable. Reducing meeting between people and officials, because we make it online. This year, we prepare 150 online service. So people doesn't have to go is the busiest year. So if you mind the construction, so if you come to 2016, I can tell you at least 15 new stories about new things.
What about the Asia-Africa conference? Will that be also a major?
Yeah, after this I have a
project?
meeting with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs because the President assigned me as a host and I'm very nervous, yeah, because we celebrate it every 10 years. I think I sent to you an invitation. You didn't Asia Africa Festival?
We were not part of the original one, but I will be talking about it. We have a number of non-government organizations active in human rights and in social, corporate social responsibility. One of them is established in Brussels, but the directors are part. Masuki, the previous Attorney General, if I'm not wrong, and Ambassador Willisoni. So I will be seeing them at the residence tomorrow, but are here. They're very interested also in building up on the side of the Bandung conference. And
yeah, with Mazuki we were preparing the conference for human rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, the human rights, because Bandung is considered as a role model for human rights. So by April, besides Asia Africa, we have this plan to have human rights conference. Because I think I'm observing the world, some doing better, some getting worse. It's really to my thinking. The ISIS issue, the Charlie Hebdo issues. So I'm worried.
Health issues as a human right, because we see nowadays, especially in Africa, we have a number of visitors from Africa. Right?
Yeah. So we need to discuss from your perspective, especially European perspective, how we making the same vision but a better world in terms of global relations, human rights relations. So Bandung is willing to participate, very active.
And we have the most dense network of high-speed railways in the world in Belgium. In Belgium, we have as long a high-speed rail network as the US. In the US, you have the New York, Philadelphia, Washington DC backbone, but all of that is less than what we have in Belgium. And two, I think, maybe the most beautiful train stations I know, which are the Antwerp train station, which is a 19th century beautiful one, and the Calatrava train station in Liège, which is a 20.
My favorite architect. One of my favorite architects, Calatrava.
And in between that, we have a cluster working on transportation and train, and it would be, but also on buses, fuel cell buses, which have been a Belgian solution adopted in Washington DC now. And it's, I think, on smart cities that when Asia needs an example to be set. It would be wonderful if Bandung could be that.
I have maybe a perfect project for your networks. In the new city, the Bandung Technopolis, we are preparing the big project, the train stations, with TOD, transit-oriented development, whereas both the station you have commercial. So we're still preparing the outline. So we're looking for the investor also to build with sophistication. Two countries already interested. One is UK, one is Japanese. So maybe if you have very strong and better argument and solution to us, we want to hear.
We have a company.
Because we want to make it the best train station hub.
We have a company that is actually turning train stations in the city centers into new lungs for the city center by creating shopping areas creating residential areas where you had stations that were destroying areas of major European American cities, and to take the life of the city back to them. Currently they're very busy with Victoria Station in Mumbai, but I think it will be very interesting indeed. No, we went yesterday. I had seen last week, 3 weeks ago, your building in Banda Aceh. We went to visit
Tsunami Museum.
with the Vice President. Beautiful. I love the mix of wood and glass, and especially the commemorations had been very, very hard. We had seen very difficult images beamed on the screens, and then to cross the road from where we were with the Vice President and the Governor, and seeing a very peaceful building you managed to create. And yesterday
that's the most difficult building I design. I cry when I design, because I design many things, but when you design a memorial for tragedy, it's not easy. The process, the mental. Jadi, siapin presentasi innovation PPT, tapi di layar comment center. Innovation PPT, tapi di comment center.
Yesterday we visited Igorindo, and after the meeting we had a couple of meetings there, and then they said we will take you to our flagship store in Bandung, and then we learned that it was on a much smaller scale, also one of your creations. The flagship store of Igon.
Oh yeah. Did you go there?
Yes, we went. We've been visiting the factory. We've been visiting the design center. I love the new factory, even though I know it's not your design.
The owner is very visionary. Lots of beautiful things from Bandung that not exposed. This is something my role. I want to connect Bandung to the world. So hopefully, by your will, I can use Belgium as our gateway to Europe for education, for culture, for business.
I gave a Studium Generale lecture in October at the ITB, and I asked also to see the building. So it was in that hall, the gate building. And but I think you have such a capital in a way of architecture from the Art Deco period to 1950s. Yeah, it's all the very ambitious roadmap you've been tracing yourself. You've been to this itself. I'm sure, looking at your track record, I'm quite certain it is going to be a major success.
One thing maybe, I don't know whether you can have access. We are very good in producing shoes. But design knowledge is very limited. So there is some export only shoes to European market. I don't know the brand.
Belgium is the biggest importer of shoes from Indonesia.
So I think if you ask me what is other wish that I can connect with Belgium is tapping the production of shoes in Bandung, which has a long history of shoemaking, but connect with the business from Belgian company. So we want to do something like that. We have a history exporting to Europe, so it's there, but it's not in the strategic government to government perspective.
Belgium is actually based on mostly small and medium-sized companies, and the strength of them is innovation. They're small but very good in what they do. They work very international, and the government always supports with innovation centers for fashion, for biotech, whatever. But there's really a trend that all those sectors actually work together, IT with fashion and so on. So it would be very interesting to connect the different innovation centers also with Bandung. We have quite a lot of fashion designers. again, they're not the big brands from Italy or France, but you go to Japan or Korea, you will find plenty of them. And I think Bandung also has the capability of doing that. I was very impressed yesterday by Eger. We met them before. And we really want to make them connect with Belgium as well as a hub to Europe. Because I think their products are very good quality, they're innovative. It was interesting, like I mentioned, so I think there's a lot of connection possible. And I think the fact that we are small companies who are flexible, who are very active internationally, has definitely an added value. We might not have like the American size or the Dutch size, the huge ones, but we have smaller ones.
All the small together makes us the 22nd or 23rd economy in the world. So it's such a tight-knit cluster.
And the #1 exporter in the world per capita. So,
I'll bring you to my special room.
One of your buildings I haven't seen is the one in Beijing. I lived there for years and years.
Oh, I have in West Beijing.
Yeah, when I left the opera, well, they started the work on the opera, and last time, should I?
No, it's okay, it's okay.
You sure? You're
Yeah,
certain?
I'm okay.
Otherwise, I don't mind. I'm
It's okay.
quite used to it.
So this is what we call Bandung Command Center.
Paperless.
Paperless. I control the city, I access the data to make faster decisions. As an architect, I design like a Star Trek cockpit. Please have a seat over here. I'll take it. Oh ya Pak, selamat datang. Mari.
Hello. Very nice to meet you.
You sit here.
Captain Kirk, will you be? Okay.
Ya, ini dulu. So this is new facility that we have. It's not operating 100%. We're waiting for the team staff to start. We're still in the interview process, 50 people. So this is my dream of Indonesia. Having this facility making us quick decision on what happened in the city, of course. We can access data, so we can make also decisions. We are looking to upgrade the city traffic system. If you, in Belgium you have a technology company, it's an investment, yeah. So you provide the all traffic light with high-tech stuff. Then we pay long-term contract. So you provide the initial cost and technology. Then we pay long-term. That's how we want to upgrade the system. Coba klik.
oh ya, siap.
Nggak ada yang di depan. IOC-nya nyala?
IOC nyala.
GPS dong?
DBS.
Ada sebelum itu.
The application, finding mobility, or also safety.
Macam itu salah semenjak subuh.
So we are, I think maybe in European countries already started, but in Indonesia such thing like this is many. Bandung is the first city to have totally comprehensive system. It's in the phase 1. Yeah, phase 1 means because our limited budget we have only like this, but in the future we will have at least 200 applications that we can use. People can access also, checking traffic. We are building panic button apps. If you have problems, emergency or you just press, it will be connected here. So I can send ambulance if it's the emergency, but accident or police, about criminal offenses.
guide the studies.
And we can, in the future, making the traffic light all green for the route of ambulance, for example, from this one.
Iya, ada contoh.
So on the wall, it's basically we put also GPS to many our car to make sure we understand this situation. The Google Map help us to indicate coba di zoom di tengah, di zoom ke tengah, zoom in.
When you provide information, actually the inhabitant provide you also with statistical data.
So what I see here, people also can use the mobile phone. That's how we create. But for data, it's only for our internal use. But for this, you can access anytime. So you want to travel to Bandung, checking some area. We have only 100 of high-tech CCTV. But in the future, we get 4,000. So it's also not good. Oke, coba PPT aja. Jangan dulu nih, saya pilih slide. Nomor 4 aja. This is my personal home in Bandung, made of 30,000 bottles. Next time I bring you in. I won design award for this 2009. Next. This is the mosque I designed in the west of Bandung.
Connected, I understand that one. You have connected.
Oh yeah, we have programmed to bring youth closer to the mosque. Next. This is inside. They play with lights, water. Next. This is in Badaj. Underneath is memorial. Upstairs is education. Next. This one we will be building this year in the Gede Bali. We have a national Olympics, so I designed the aquatic and this one. We are blessed by the cool weather, but with smart people live in Bandung. The orange is the high-tech industry, from aeroplane, from military, from telecom. We have the purple for school. We have 80 higher institutions. Maybe research from the university to Bandung also. Yeah. Okay, the ITB, my school. I teach at ITB. So actually my status is ITB for assistant professor to take off for me. So I miss nothing later. So we want to build what we call creative business code as the Technopolis. Shifting to the east, then you can connect the dots to Jakarta, yeah? Stopping in the train station and unpacking. So I believe there's a big project, maybe we can discuss more.
You work with other centers like John Wancho in Beijing?
I haven't discussed the process because we don't have yet process. Jadi, baik lagi pilihan ke bawah, Technopolis aja. Bentar, nomor 50. This one we built this year. This one we call the creative hub, the one with the exhibition. Next, ke itu pilihan nomor 78. Now this is my vision, so hopefully we can connect in the long term. Indonesia is a big country, big population, but doesn't have a city technopolis or technopark. 50 million middle class. It's the size of country in Europe. You know? Middle class who can buy iPad every 2 years. So in terms of the middle class is very strong. Now we want to say to the world, use Bandung as a gateway to give high-tech business to Indonesia. This one will be designed up to the international standard. Next, this series of lake, because some flooded area we designed as place. Leaves, work and play. The toll road here, connection, will be started in the next 2 months with the circle in the middle. That's a government project. But for this, it's up for grabs. Yeah, if a company wants to open office,
They're looking for an office.
yeah, this will be the great place because the environment we design as a world class standard. So I'm fixing the existing city, but also I'm preparing the next.
You have the universities moving little by little towards the valley.
Yes, that's related to our business. Next. This is one of the water catchment area. So we want to design a city, not just a techno park. A city where people live, where enjoy culture, enjoy landscape, have plants, street retail. Next. This is one of the series of neighborhood we are creating. Very intimate, very Asian, smaller scale. So that will be my 2 role: fixing the existing, visioning the new. Next. This one will be is what we call the ICT hub. One block will be built and groundbreaking will start this April by the President of Jokowi. So it means maybe there's a Belgian company wants to open. You can either buy one block and develop, or you can rent a space developed by the developer. You know, you can lease the space in this type of area, or you can bring also building there. So there's many options.
So what's that a brownfield? Was that an industrial?
Yeah, some is it's a mix of ground and green. Next. Yeah, this is my design for the mosque when one of those lake. Yeah. This also will be starting the construction this year. That's why very busy this year. Coming 2016. Huh?
Slept for a year. You would be too tired.
Berapa tahun rencananya Pak Wali? Tahun keberapa ini terwujud Pak?
Ini 1,5 tahun.
Mudah-mudahan.
So I'm very excited and also very nervous.
Memang laut
Talking with them. Now we are bidding for installing all over the city this month.
And did you expect that creating the new valley outside the center would also help sort out a number of mobility problems, a number of
I make it very clear where you live. So basically, if you live there, you don't have to connect to all city. You want to go to Jakarta, take the toll road, take the train. People from Jakarta take the train, go to here. It's very independent. So you go to the old city just for touristic purpose. This is how but now everybody go to the city center, creating traffic jams. So this is part of the city planning. In evolutionary way, how our people change their lifestyle into the better life. So Monday is a free bus day. Now it's a free every day. Tuesday is no smoking day. Wednesday is our journalist day. Thursday we ask people to exercise. Friday I ask my people to back to work, and Saturday is the festival. But next, this is a free bus. This is school children. Next, this is every Wednesday, which is tomorrow. So if you come tomorrow, I will. Next. 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 Coba puterin yang film alun-alun. This is what I'm renovating the city center. So if you have time, next time please visit the city center. It's only 1 month old. Alun-alun means city center. Very popular, not you. Now you. So in this 1 hour you'll see what we are doing, what we are planning. So hopefully Belgium and Bandung can do more business-wise, education, housing. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador, for visiting Bandung.
Unbelievably impressive. The three of us who would have noticed.
I'm living here for 4 years. I'm excited. Next year.
So congratulations.
Bapak, ya. Terima kasih, salam hormat Bapak Bupati.
Salam.
Kita bikin sama-sama. Saya lagi bilang ke Pak Jokowi semua kota harus punya. This is an official from different city in Indonesia. Pak Mekas ada?
So are you working with other mayors and bupatis to try also and create a cluster of ambitious cities, of other cities wanting to achieve the same as Belgium? Yes, so I am a new ambassador for my country. I've only been there for a few months, but I see enormous complementarities between Belgium and Indonesia. Of course, the complementarities are difficult to imagine when you look at the map of the world. We are a country with only 10 million inhabitants compared to 240 million here, but with similar ambitions, mostly in creating smarter cities, in creating more sustainable cities. We are a country that has grown very fast and where we have now to learn to grow towards the inside, which is making city centers more livable, making city centers more sustainable. We have a lot to, we don't have a lot to teach, we have a lot to share and we have a lot to learn. And one of the reasons here, having heard that this city was evolving towards many challenges using technology as a vector to communicate, as a vector to make people's lives easier. We wanted to see it firsthand. We've just been shown the strategic command, what looks like a strategic command of the municipality of Bandung, and I must admit I have been incredibly impressed, not only by the modernity, not only by the technology, but also by the vision that the mayor has been sharing with me. Making me incredibly curious at seeing how it evolves, making me also extremely humble at seeing what a city can give itself as a challenge and what it can achieve over a very short period of time. So this was a very, very exciting morning, much more exciting, even much more exciting than I expected, even though I was expecting much, knowing the mayor by reputation. So this is, I hope, probably a new page that is turning for Bandung companies to expand to Europe, with Belgium being the capital of Europe, the logistical center of Europe, and one of the innovation centers of Europe. So ready to accommodate Bandung companies, also Belgian companies ready to come here for partnerships and cooperations with Bandung companies. So now we've discussed what our ambitions are, what the media we would like to use to reach those ambitions, and we will start exchanging ideas and also exchanging knowledge over technologies that can help Belgium technologies from here and vice versa. So this was an unbelievable morning. Thank you very much.
Is there something specific that your country can offer from the city, technology perhaps also?
Yes, which I think that we can offer and that we can learn. As I was explaining to the mayor, we have in Belgium, for instance, the most concentrated network of high-speed trains. You have here in Belgium, it's a small country, the size of West Java, 10 million people. From Brussels, you can be in Paris in 1 hour. You can be in London in 2 hours. You can be in Cologne in a matter of hours. And that connectivity is something that we managed to do not only as a way to go from one point to another, but also where every station is a center for the development of more livable, of more dynamic, of more open cities. The same as well for smart networks, for the smart grid, water, electricity provision. We have there quite a number of technologies that would be very, very complementary with the technologies that are being developed, especially at a place I know very well for having been there 3 times already, which is ITB. And our universities have to carry on working together, cooperating together, and not only between the major universities, but also between smaller universities, because the solutions will come from the way we develop technologies together, not for one another, but with one another. And that is something that we look forward to doing here.
Ada lagi?
Thank you.
Cukup ya?
Terima kasih.
When you take picture, you have to do thumbs up. Bandung means home. Oh, lebih jelas ya. Jadi Belgia itu kalau tidak salah kan ibu kotanya Uni Eropa di Brussel kan. Jadi titik pintu masuknya itu sebenarnya di Brussel di Belgia itu. Tadi dia menawarkan produk-produk Bandung yang bisa diekspor ke sana melalui Belgia. Tadi saya langsung nyaut aja, salah satunya itu produk sepatu. Jadi produk sepatunya buatan Bandung ini kan kualitasnya sebenarnya udah banyak yang kelas dunia, tapi pengetahuan marketingnya kan terbatas. Nah, saya tadi meminta itu dan dia akan merespon itu. Jadi nanti pintu bisnisnya itu kita ke Belgia untuk ke Eropa. Yang kedua, dia kuat di perusahaan-perusahaan kereta, stasiun apa, masih saya tawarin kalau mau tertarik yang di Technopolis, kan nanti ada stasiun keretanya dengan teknologinya dia, silahkan aja seperti itu. Jadi memang rata-rata banyak dari sananya ke teknologi, dari kitanya ke produk kreatif, ekonomi kreatif itu tadi yang kita tawarkan. Itu sih. Dan mulai kerja kayak begini kan menunjukkan memang yang banyak banget ke Bandung.
Mulai kerjasamanya kapan Pak?
Dia mau balik lagi dengan spesifik proposalnya. Tadi kan nanya spesifiknya apa, jadi dia minta waktu sebulan. Nah, salah satunya sudah ada adalah perusahaan Belgia invest di Bandung di Muhammad Toha untuk bisnis mesin tekstil. Jadi artinya ya kita kalau mau bisa mengerjakan hal seperti itu.
Tapi udah dilihat target marketingnya Pak untuk yang sepatu di pasaran Eropa sendiri?
Jadi gini, nanti yang mendesain perusahaan sana, kita produksinya di Bandung gitu.
Oh gitu.
Kan mereka yang tahu seleranya. Supaya Cibaduyutnya terangkat oleh pesanan luar negeri lagi. Nah, pesanan luar negeri pintunya dari Belgia gitu. Mudah-mudahan.
Pak, dalam sepekan terakhir banyak pemberitaan soal produk-produk mengandung bahan berbahaya yang beredar di pasar Bandung, mulai dari kikil, apel Amerika, terus saus kemarin saus.
Yang apa?
Ya,
Terakhir saus yang berbahaya, kimia berbahaya.
Posisinya melenceng Pak, dari jatuh bahaya kayak saus, kikil. Kan kemarin saus juga digerebek di daerah.
Pengawasan dari Pemkot sendiri seperti apa?
Ya, itu tugasnya ada di Dinas Pertanian dan Ketahanan Pangan. Kita kan gini ya, kita berlomba-lomba memperbaiki sistem. Ada kan tim pengawasnya juga ada. Dulu kan saya survei yang formalin, terus alhamdulillah nggak terlalu banyak. Tapi kan yang orang jahat mas selalu ada upaya-upaya mencari peluang-peluang ya. Jadi insya Allah setiap ada temuan kita perbaiki, kita sempurnakan oleh tim pengawas dari Dinas Pertanian dan Ketahanan Pangan. Jadi setiap laporan pasti kita tanda lanjuti. Nah dengan begitu pelan-pelan disisir sehingga tidak ada lagi yang ini. Kalau mau berita mah ada satu tadi, saya rapat dengan Denpom, saya rapat dengan Kapolrestabes. Jadi angkot omprengan mau kita tindak mulai minggu ini. Sudah ditindak ya, sudah ada sekitar 20-an, sudah tanda tangan meterai tapi nggak kapok-kapok lah. Sehingga kita akan kerja sama minggu ini untuk memberantas yang omprengan ilegal itu.
Jalur tengah itu Pak?
Jalur tengah.
Berapa banyak itu sendiri omprengannya sendiri jumlah omprengan?
Kemarin kan saya tangkap sekitar 6 orang oleh saya sendiri sampai mau berantem juga. Memang ada oknum aparat ya, yang juga bermain. Setelah saya interogasi, bilangnya ada sekitar 60-an kendaraan yang jalur Cicahem, Alun-Alun dan Pasteur Cimahi.
Jadi tindakan tegasnya kan ditarik atau mobil?
Iya, disita, disidik dan seterusnya oleh polisi. Kedua, kita lagi ada pengalihan arus. Jadi dari dalam kaum yang nanti lewat Palaguna mau ke Banjai, kan biasanya tabrakan sama yang Asia Afrika.
Iya.
Nah itu nanti akan ditutup mulai besok. Jadi arus dari dalam kaum, lurus dulu ke Lengkong, baru muter. Nanti gabung di Oman, Asia Afrika. Jadi lurus, nggak bentrok dengan yang belok ke Banjai. Jadi sekarang kenapa alun-alun macet? Karena arus Asia Afrika yang mau ke Sudirman, ketemu yang belok gini di Palaguna.
Iya.
Belok situ terus motong ke kanan kan,
Iya.
jadi pakai truk di situ. Nah sekarang yang belok ini akan diluruskan, diputar
Jadi dua arah tuh yang samping.
mulai besok.
Tapi yang dari Asia Afrika ke dalam India.
Boleh. Jadi satu arah ke situ. Jadi
Berarti yang
satu
dua
arah.
arah yang itu Pak ya, yang
Jadi,
setelah Oman.
jadi sekarang kedua arah jadi satu arah. Ya.
Dari Satika nggak boleh belok kiri kalau dia permanen atau enggak?
Kemungkinan permanen.
Kalau sudah tahu.
Kan rapat tadi dengan Pak Kapolres menyepakati itu.
Pak muternya nanti Pak yang di
Muternya ada
belakang.
banyak pilihan. Kita udah dengan Pak Kapolres rapat. Ada yang sebelah Oman, ada yang sebelah SMA 7, ada yang lurus bablas ke nabrak ke mana Lembong.
Naripan.
Naripan.
Sudah. Langsung ketemu perapatan 5 sudah. Jadi ada 4. Jadi lebih jauh tapi lebih lancar.
Lebih macet karena masyarakat banyak dari.
Ada pengaruh dari populernya alun-alun, iya. Tapi produksi volume kendaraan dengan yang belok motong ke kanan itu yang kan crossing.
Lebih dominan di situ Pak ya.
Jadi kalau sudah agak jauh kan dia ikut lurus, yang lurus, yang kanan melipir.
Itu hasil kajian dari kepolisian Pak yang
Ya, dari Kapolsek. Oke, itu dulu ya.